How do you get more wishes in Genshin Impact? I've got you covered. I had you covered a couple of years ago, but it's a little outdated now, and I even forgot some things back then. So let's refresh all the possible ways to get Primogems right now. Ready? Let's go. If the main storyline of Genshin isn't enough to get you playing the Archon Quests, then maybe Intertwined Fates will. Each time you complete a portion of the Archon Quest, the Adventurer's Handbook will award you with an Intertwined Fates. So if you're a returning player and you've not redeemed these yet, you'll be in for a pleasant treat. If you're a new player, make sure to save these fates up and not spend them right away. This was one of the things that I forgot to mention in my original Primogems video. Statues of the Seven and Oculi are everywhere in Tibet, so unless you're a pro explorer and have no more exploration to do, chances are you probably have some free Primogems lying around on your map. For instance, when you collect enough Oculi to level up a statue of the Seven, you'll get a bunch of rewards, including 60 Primogems. The second way of getting Primogems via your map is finding chests. There are quite a few chests you can get, and depending on each one you get, you'll get a varying amount of Primogems. For instance, for common chests, you'll get 0 to 2 primos. For exquisite chests, you'll get 2 to 5 primos. For precious chests, you'll get 5 to 10 primos. For luxurious chests, you'll get 10 primos. For shrine chests, you'll get 40 Primogems, however, you will need to get a shrine key from Statues of the Seven to unlock these. Remarkable chests are quite the gamble, because you'll either get 5 Primogems or none at all. This is the most common way to get Primogems, and it's the most well-known option. 40 Primogems for the quests, and then a further 20 from Catherine once you speak to her after completing all 4 quests. However, daily commissions have undergone a change since Fontaine, which will interest players who haven't played in a long time and want to get back into the game. So let me give you some context. Before the change to daily commissions, and something that you still can do, is just simply completing all 4 quests that have been given to you that day. That's it. That was your only way to complete daily commissions. And it was the case for all ARs. But now, of course, it's slightly different. Now, thanks to adventure encounters, you can claim your daily commissions without having to do those quests, if you don't want to. After you reach AR 35, or after completing the Archon Quest Chapter 2, Act 3, Omnipresence over Mortals, you'll be able to claim daily commission primos by obtaining encounter points. Archon Quests give 4 encounter points, events give 2 to 3.5 encounter points, opening shrine chests and completing world quests gives 1 encounter point. Opening chests outside of shrines gives 0.5 encounter points. Once you reach a certain amount of encounter points, you'll be able to obtain Primogems. Of course, you can still do it the old school way if you wanted to, but this just gives you more options in case you don't want to have to deal with Elon Musk over and over again. On Seirai Island in Inazuma, there is an abandoned shrine. You'll need to complete the Seirai Storm Chasers Part 1 quest, but once you've done that, a cat will appear in the shrine. Then, this cat will give you little housekeeping chores to do once a day for a set amount of days. Each of these tasks will grant you 20 Primogems, so you can think of these as little temporary daily commissions until the cat stops giving you things to do. Events are always happening in Genshin, so no matter what event is on right now, it will always give you some Primogems. The amount of Primogems an event gives out varies from event to event, so keep an eye out. If you're brave enough to face Spiral Abyss, it does give out regular Primogems. The lower stages of Spiral Abyss, so floors 1 through 8, gives 300 Primogems per floor, which is 100 Primogems for every 3 stars that you get. However, these Primogems are one-time only claims. Floors 9 through 12 reset every couple of weeks, and you'll get 150 Primogems for each floor, 50 primos for every 3 stars you get on that floor. There are over 1,000 achievements to collect in Genshin, including hidden ones, and with more to come as the game expands more and more. Each achievement awards either 5, 10 or 20 Primogems, depending on its difficulty. So So long as you're not AR60 already, you'll have the chance to get Primogems once you reach certain adventure ranks. For instance, at AR4 and 12, you'll get 50 primos. At AR20 and 28, you'll get 75 primos. At AR32, 36 and 40, you'll get 100 primos. At AR45 and 50, you'll get 125 primos. At AR55 and AR60, you'll get 150 primos. At AR5, 13, 24, 33, 39, 44, 50, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, and 60, you'll also get standard fate wishes. If you use those straight away, it will add to your Starglitter account, which could give you Primogems in the future. It's easy to build up your quest backlog, especially because there are a lot of world quests that don't have voice acting, so they turn into virtual novels, which isn't everyone's cup of tea. However, if you're in need of Primogems, you can check if your outstanding world quests give you Primogems. You can get 20 Primogems and more per character depending on how many paths their hangout has. So if your favourite character is a 4-star and they have a hangouts, you can get Primogems from them just by hanging out. 5-star character story quests give you 60 primos upon completion, so in addition to getting some of your favourite characters' lore and overall just hanging out, you can get Primogems for it. The Adventurer's Handbook is a great guide for newer players to give you aims on what to do to help you improve your accounts, as well as helping you get a feel for the game overall. There are 9 chapters in the handbook, and you'll get 50 to 150 Primogems upon page completion, depending on how far you are into the book. Sometimes random codes pop up on social media that award Primogems, so keep an eye out on social media for codes. Here's a little something for newer players. If you've never redeemed a code before, here's your first one. Type Genshin Gifts, and you'll get 50 Primogems. Right now. You're welcome. I just tried it right now, even though I've redeemed it before, and apparently it resets sometimes. So I also just got Primogems from this. Right now. Thanks, me. On the topic of codes, here's a more structured way of getting Primogems via codes. Genshin themselves host live streams on Twitch and YouTube close to when a new patch is yet to drop. As such, 3 codes are often distributed per livestream, with all of them including an amount of Primogems. Whenever it's award season and Genshin gets nominated, often they'll send Primogems through the mail. A couple of months ago, at the time of recording this video, Genshin gave out 800 Primogems because they were nominated at the Game Awards. A win is a win. There are a few domains on the Teapot map that give one-off Primogems. Often these domains will give you 40 Primogems upon completion. There are many teleporting waypoints to unlock in Genshin, and each time you unlock a new one for the first time, you'll receive 5 Primogems. Like unlocking waypoints, unlocking new domains for the first time will also give you 5 primos. Stardust and Starglitter can also help you get wishes. The catch is, you kinda have to wish, but that's where standard banner fates come in handy. Every time you wish, be it on limited banners or the standard banner, you get 15 Starglitter every time you wish. And every time you get a 4-star or a 5-star, you'll get Starglitter. So if you have standard banner fates lying around, you can use that, save up your Starglitter and maybe Stardust, and then these can be redeemed for intertwined fates in the shop. Each region has a tree, or in Leo's case, the Lumen Stone, a Juven, and a fountain in Fontaine's case. Sigils or unique oculi can be offered in exchange for rewards, with some rewards being fates. In the Teapot, build a set that matches certain characters. You can find out how to do this by using a guide, and characters will give you 20 Primogems each for fulfilling this. For newer players, if you haven't checked your tutorial menu before and you find that you have many unread ones, mark them as read. Each new tutorial that you read gives you 1 Primogem. So, if you have 10 unread ones, you'll get 10 Primogems. You get the gist. There is a daily check-in for Genshin, but it's just not in the game itself, for some reason. Rather, it's on HoyoLab. Sign into HoyoLab using your Genshin login, find the daily check-in in there, and check in. You'll find that every so often, the check-in will award you a small amount of PRIMOGEMS for that day. While character Ascension doesn't give you PRIMOGEMS per se, sometimes it gives you standard banner fates, which you can use to build up your Starglitter account, which you can redeem for an intertwined fate at some point. If you watch streams on Twitch, you'll know that Twitch drops are a thing. Well, Genshin do them too sometimes. If you watch people playing Genshin on Twitch and it's during a period where Genshin drops are enabled, you'll be able to collect awards just by watching that streamer for a certain amount of time. One of these awards you can get are PRIMOGEMS, so follow my Twitch. I've not been streaming a lot lately, but I'm trying to get back into it again. Plus we're almost at 1k on there. Shameless plug. Over. Often when new patches are incoming, Genshin will host web events, which are, as it states, Genshin events on web browsers. These events always give PRIMOGEMS, and they don't take that long to do. When Genshin is down for maintenance, users will get 30 PRIMOGEMS for each hour that the servers are down. So at the beginning of each patch, you'll have a small amount of savings waiting for you in your inbox when the servers are up and running again. Sometimes Genshin themselves make errors, and when they recognise that, they'll sometimes award their players in their inboxes compensation PRIMOGEMS for these errors. It's a rarer way of getting PRIMOGEMS, but again, a win is a win. Often on social medias like Instagram and Twitter, because who calls it X, no one calls it X, you can find Genshin Impact giveaways, be it for Genesis Crystals or the Welkin Moon. Just type in Genshin Impact giveaway and you can enter a ton for free. You may think it's pointless because there are so many people who are entering these, but you may surprise yourself. And it's free, so why not give it a go anyway? Now, we've discussed free-to-play ways, but now let's quickly go over some paid ways for people who are in a position to spend some money. I don't promote spending on Genshin because there are a vast amount of ways you can get PRIMOGEMS for free, but if you're an adult with adult money and you choose to spend money on Genshin, I'm not your mum, I'm not going to stop you. With that being said, certain IRL Genshin collabs give primos. I personally own a Genshin Impact mouse from Razer, and that awarded me PRIMOGEMS when I got it. I made a whole video on rare ways to get PRIMOGEMS, which include Genshin collabs, so go watch that for a more extensive list. An obvious choice considering that this is in the game itself, but Genesis Crystals. If you're in a position to splash some cash on this free game, Genesis Crystals will help you out a ton with savings. The Battle Pass is great because it gives you more than just fates every 10 tiers. You can get a new weapon and tons of other resources. But if you're looking for something more immediate and less pricey than Genesis Crystals, then may I point your attention instead to the Welkin Moon is great because it awards you PRIMOGEMS every day that you log in. So if you log into Genshin every day and you're in a position to spend some money on the Welkin Moon, it is something I recommend if you're thinking about spending money on Genshin. And that's it. Those are all the ways to get PRIMOGEMS in Genshin Impact. Some are more immediate than others, but let me know down in the comments below if I've missed anything, and let me know who you're saving up for. Thanks for watching, follow my socials, and comment this bird emoji. Peace!